Welcome to this first lesson of HTML5. In this series of video lessons, we will learn about the basics of HTML5. HTML was developed by a British scientist called Tim Berners-Lee. It was developed in 1989. Mr. Berners-Lee is the founder and the director of the World Wide Web Consortium, known as W3C. So what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext is the method which enables the user to move around on the web. By clicking hyperlinks texts, a user can move from one page to another or from one website to another. A markup is what HTML tags do to the text inside them. So HTML tags give the text certain look, such as italic text, bold text, etc. Language. It is important to know that HTML is not a programming language, meaning it cannot do calculation or process data. As its name suggests, it is a markup language, meaning it defines the structure of the web page and determines how data is displayed. HTML went through versions. The first version of HTML was HTML 1.0, and this was introduced in 1989. Then came HTML 2.0, then 3.0, then 4.0, then XHTML was introduced in 1997, and it was the language used by web developers until 2014, until October of 2014. This is when HTML5 was published. In order to use HTML, we do not need sophisticated software. All we need is a text editor and a web browser. The default text editor for PCs is Notepad, and the default text editor for Mac is TextEdit. Notepad++ is a free software. It supports highlighting and code folding for many programming, scripting, and markup languages. I will be using Notepad++ for this series of lessons, and in addition to a text editor, we will need a browser. And for this series of lessons, I will be using Google Chrome browser. Now let's define some keywords that we will be using throughout this series of lessons. The first keyword is HTML tag. Everything that you see in brackets are called tags. There are two types of HTML tags. We have container tags, and container tags contain opening and closing tags, as you can see from this example. The second type of tags are empty tags. And an empty tag is a tag that doesn't have a closing tag, such as the line break tag and the horizontal line tag. So these are your two types of tags: container tags and empty tags. The next keyword that we will learn in this lesson is HTML elements. HTML elements are written with a start tag and an end tag, with the content in the middle. So the HTML element is everything from the start tag to the end tag. So all of these that you see here is called an element in HTML: the start tag, the content, and the end tag. The next keyword is the HTML attribute, and attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. For instance, we have here the HTML tag, which starts here at the top and ends here at the bottom. The attribute resides inside the tag, as you can see in this example. So the HTML tag has an attribute called language, and this attribute has a value, as you can see here, ENUS. Usually the attribute is followed by an equal sign, and the value of the attribute is inside these quotation marks. What we are saying here, basically, we are saying that this page is written in the English language with the US dialect. This is in case there is more dialects, so we can use US or UK dialect, but since we are in the United States, we are using the English of the USA. HTML is not case sensitive, meaning you can use either lowercase or uppercase. As you can see in this example, this uppercase HTML is the same as this lowercase HTML. But for consistency, I will be using the lowercase throughout this video series. With this, we come to the end of this first lesson. I would like to thank you for watching, and you have a good day.